Get ready, for we are about to take a look at Agri-Culture, the Martin County way.
Hello, I am Leah Hartung with Land Services Auctioneer Alley.
And I'm Dustyn Hartung with Land Services Unlimited and Auctioneer Alley.
Welcome to another episode of Agri-Culture, the Martin County way, where we talk about what's going on in the Martin County ag world.
I know it's winter now, but we finally have time to reflect on this past fall, which seems like it was a long time ago. But this fall was a lot like 2022 for a lot of us in Martin County with the good weather and fast-paced harvest. The yields were above average, and most of us in the county, I think, were pleasantly surprised compared to some of the surrounding counties. It was awfully dusty, awfully fast, and we need some moisture for this coming year. But it was a good fall, and look forward to the next one.
Don't you think we had a good corn harvest?
Yeah, Leah, the corn harvest was nice and smooth as well. Stayed dry through most of fall. Towards the end of fall, towards the end of October, first part of November, we did start to get just a little bit of moisture to slow us down and keep some guys out of the field if they did not get going right away. But with the warm weather and good temperatures, we had drier corn than most expected, so the dryer gas was limited here this fall and went rather smoothly. So good yields again, better than expected with a little bit of rainfall we had. And I think most of us in Martin County were pleasantly surprised again with the corn yields and the bean yields this fall. So went rather well, went rather smooth, unlike some previous years where we've had some wet falls and struggled to get some crop out here and there. This fall went well and it was enjoyable.
The kids sure enjoyed the harvest too, even though we may have lost a shoe in the hopper.
Well, Leah, we did lose a shoe in the hopper. Henry decided to go on top, and he decided to leave a shoe in the hopper. But we did find it at the bin site, so he was not missing a shoe much longer.
I think it's safe to say we had a great fall, and not just for those in the field. I had a chance to go visit the local orchards. Let's take a look. During my visit at Center Creek Orchard, I had a chance to interview Gordy. Hi, we're at Center Creek Orchard today. I'm with Gordy. Gordy, would you please tell us a little history about your family and how all this got started?
Yeah, well, me and my wife, we bought this acreage here, it was about 15 years ago. And at that time, it was just a hayfield out back there. I have about 8 acres here. And one day I got thinking that maybe I should do something with this, so I started the idea of planting apple trees. And I planted, and then pretty soon I was starting to get apples. And so I was saying to myself, how am I going to get rid of the apples? And now I'm producing the apples. And once I got to that point, I came up with the idea of doing the fun center. And it's just progressed from then. So that was about 14 years ago that we started to open to the public where we have these fun events.
Okay. So how many trees do you have then?
I have around 800 trees now.
800.
Yeah, and I specialize in the University of Minnesota apples that they produce.
Yep.
So of course the Honeycrisp is the big one.
Yep.
But we have some newer ones like the Sweet Tango and the Zestar, and now the First Kiss is the latest one.
Okay. And what's a favorite?
Honeycrisp by far.
Is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So out of the 800 trees, probably 300-400 of them are the Honeycrisp.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that's one of our favorites
oh,
too.
Yeah.
What's the best one for making apple crisp?
People like the Haraldson.
Okay.
And that's an old Minnesota apple also.
And you have that here too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we just started picking those here this week.
Okay. Okay. How often are you guys open?
We're open to the public every week in September, October.
Okay. So like Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. And then you guys have private events too?
Yeah, we have businesses come out here. A lot of schools come through here during the week.
Yep.
Yeah, all different kinds of groups. There's every week it seems to be a different group that comes out.
Yeah, she said daycare's coming today.
Yeah.
So then the public school, private school, any of that?
The bigger schools. We generally have about 40 schools that go through
wow.
here. So
wow.
it's pretty much every school that's around the next couple counties around us.
Okay. Yeah, so do you get people coming from like Iowa, Minnesota, all over?
Yeah, we hear that every weekend. We hear people coming from California.
Wow.
Not just to come here, but they're in the area visiting families. And I like to go through the parking lot and I kind of check out license plates and I see South Dakota and Nebraska and kind of all over. So, yeah, it's we get a lot of visitors coming from Minneapolis, St. Paul, coming in town, spend the weekend in motel and come out here.
Really? Wow, that's really cool. Did you do the signs where you write where you're from this year or not?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, you
Yeah.
did. Okay, yeah. I always thought that was fun to kind of look and see, like, how many miles are you from this location? And I always thought that was fun to see.
Yeah, I like to go through there too, and at
Yep.
the end of the year, we see where everybody's from and kind
Yep.
of gives us an idea.
And then you just repaint over those usually, don't you?
Yeah. Pull the nails out and repaint over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us what your favorite thing is about the orchard.
You know, I like just the families coming out here having a good time. Everybody's smiling,
Yep.
and it's like I say, it's a family oriented for young kids and
Yes.
adults alike.
It is.
And we have activities kind of for everybody here. We
Yep.
try to, as we plan every year, we try to make sure we have something for each age group to enjoy out here.
Yeah, it seems like every year that we've come, you add something new too. There's
Yeah.
always something different, so it's always fun to kind of see what you added and what you
Yeah.
thought of. So
And usually we try to add a big thing every year, and this year we added a number of small things.
yep. I know that I saw the duck races. They were a little different.
Yeah, I added. There was a regular duck race where they just go one way,
Yep.
and I added a boomerang one
Yep.
where they go down and back.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we were using. We got a couple stuck in there, I think. So. But that's okay. Okay, and then I was seeing something about a giant pumpkin contest. Tell me
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
this weekend. We started that a couple years ago.
Okay.
And they say it's this coming weekend. And last year our biggest pumpkin came in was close to 800 pounds.
Oh wow.
So we kind of expect more of the same this year.
Okay, so they're gonna try to outdo maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we have it if anybody brings in a pumpkin over 60 pounds, they get a free admission.
Okay.
But then we
Okay.
have prizes for first, second, third place
Okay.
also.
Yeah, and how was the pumpkin crop this year? It looks like it's been
You know,
good.
I'm really pleased with the pumpkin
Okay.
and apple crop. It seems to
For
the
how dry it was.
Yeah, the drought didn't
Yep.
seem to affect them at all.
Good. Yeah. No, that's what I've seen too. So that's good to hear. So.
Mhm.
All right. Was there anything else that you want to tell us about? Or we'll just have to go explore and
Yeah,
see
why don't
for
we do that?
ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Is your family originally from here?
Yeah, I'm originally from Winnebago, which is a small rural town close to here. And we did move away for a number of years. And then with my job, I came back in this area here, and I was able to pretty much live wherever I wanted in this area. And we found this acreage out here
Okay.
at that time.
So that's kind of how it all got started then.
Yeah, and they say we started with the hayfield, and then it turned
Yep.
into apple orchard, and then it turned into the fun center.
Yeah, well, no, you turned it into a beautiful place, and it's fun for the family, and we really appreciate you taking time to talk to us today. Thank you.
Yeah, we live in a area that's full of water and cattails and all that, and sometimes that's challenging for us, the hills and all that.
Yep.
But then I think to myself, well, that probably adds to the beauty of the whole place and
Yeah,
the
it
uniqueness.
does.
So,
Yep.
yeah, if you go throughout the ground, you see a lot of natural settings with the cattails and the slough area and the hills and the trees and that.
Yeah, you can't just create that.
No.
So we're here at the maze. This one seems to be popular. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, the maze we put up every year, and so it does change a little bit. We put an opening here, an opening there. One year we made it, and it made it, and nobody could even get out. So the opening weekend they were getting in, and they weren't able to get out. Now this year we added an observation tower over here, so that a lot of times the kids are in there. The grown-ups go up in the observation tower, and they give them directions on which way to go. They can see from up there. We have a scavenger hunt every year, and part of the scavenger hunt is on the hayride, how many skeletons can you find? And these are just a few of the skeletons during the hayride that they have to count. And if you go down through the whole hayride route, there's over 30 skeletons that we've put in places. That some of them are easy to find, some of them are hard to find. And this particular tree here, I think there's 6 of them that we have mounted up in the tree.
Well, thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate you talking to us today.
I'm glad you came out.
Thank you. I know we had a chance to go a couple times with the boys to the orchard this fall, and they both got to go on a school field trip there.
Yeah, I know. It seems like every Saturday I come home early for a day, and I wonder where my kids are and my wife are. They seem to always be at the Center Creek Orchard or one of the orchards enjoying the festivities there.
I know the boys really enjoyed the slide, the barrel ride, the haunted forest, the duck races. I mean, it can go on and on. It seems like they always add stuff every year, and there's enough to do for everyone.
Yeah, Leah, I think one of the boys' favorite things at the orchard is the haunted forest. It seems like there's a skeleton around every corner there, and I'm sure they really enjoy it. Leah, that was a great interview with Gordy at Center Creek Orchard.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I also had a chance to go visit Timberlake Orchard. Let's go take a look. We're at Timberlake Orchard today. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little history.
Sure. My name is Alden Zeitz, but everybody calls me Al. We acquired the orchard in 2015, so we've been operating for quite a while, and it's really been quite a learning experience for me. I'd never really operated an apple orchard before. Yep. I've done some gardening, but apple orchard is definitely a
larger
different
scale.
world. Absolutely, yes. It's been a great experience. The best experience for me is meeting all the people, our customers that come in, so that's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, no, I imagine you get people from Minnesota, Iowa, all over the place.
Yeah, we've got people in as far away as Spark Dodge and Algona, so it's
Cool.
really exciting.
Yeah, no, that's great. Tell us, how many apple trees do you have?
Well, we have about 2,700 trees right now. We're going to be planting some more.
Okay.
We planted some new trees again this year.
Okay.
And we're just trying to kind of keep up. You know, some of the older varieties people aren't interested in anymore. We take those out.
Yep.
And we'll do some research and find some newer varieties that people we hope that they'll be interested in.
Okay.
And that's what we're planting. So.
Well, tell us a little bit about the varieties then. Which ones are popular? Which ones?
Sure, yeah, of course, we've got the old standbys like McIntosh and Cortland, Harrelson. Those are still popular apples, as well as Wealthies. We still have some of those. But our most popular apples, of course, are Honeycrisp,
Yep.
Sweet Tango, and our B51s are probably one of our most popular apples.
So the B51s, what are those? I guess I haven't heard of those.
Well, it's not very common knowledge.
Okay.
There's only a few orchards in Minnesota that have those apples.
Okay.
The origin is actually a farmer in near Worthington.
Okay.
He's the one that developed the apple and sold the rights off. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
it's been a great apple for us to have.
Is it sweeter or?
It is a little bit sweeter apple. I guess I would categorize it as a sweet apple, but it's not real sweet.
Not as sweet as like a Honeycrisp?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess just tell us a little bit more. Is there anything else that you guys grow here? Any pumpkins, any of that?
We do grow a few pumpkins, but mainly apples. You know, it keeps me busy. This is my second full-time job.
Okay.
Actually. So, growing the apples, you know, a lot of people don't understand, you know, for everybody else, apple season starts in August, you know, when you start buying apples. But for me, apple season starts in February.
Okay.
So I'm out pruning apples in February and just kind of gradually go through the season pruning and then taking care of the trees, insect and fungicide.
Yep.
You know, we have to do those applications to mitigate that. And then getting into the picking season, and we'll be picking apples until it freezes.
And how did it go this year with having a lack of rain? I mean, was the crop as good or not? Or
really, where we got hurt was this spring during the bloom. We had a hailstorm come through, and I think it knocked some of the blossoms off. And honeybees just don't like going out in the rain.
Yep.
So we didn't get a very good pollination on a number of our varieties.
Okay.
But the growing season actually went pretty well for us. We got rain very timely, and the apples that are on the trees are very good quality. Very pleased with the crop that we do have this year.
Good. And then tell us, like, for the storefront, what are the hours? When are you open?
Sure. We're open from 9 to 5, with the exception of Wednesdays and Thursdays. Sunday, we're open from 11 to 5.
Okay. And like all year round, or just a short certain months?
We'll open up about the third week in August, and we'll run until Christmas.
Okay, nice. Well, that's good. That gives you a lot of time to get your apples. And what other things do you sell?
We press our own sweet cider here, so we're actually going to be doing that later today, pressing cider because we run out.
Yep.
We offer a lot of baked goods. We make cider donuts from scratch. We make our own apple pies, and I have a lot of other fruit pies that we make as well. And those are available again until Christmas time.
Okay. And so, do you have cider donuts on hand? Because I kind of want to try one.
We're making some fresh right now.
Perfect.
Absolutely. You know, we got a lot of things going on around here, but we're always happy to have customers come in. And, you know, even if somebody is interested in some apples or cider or something after hours, they can always give us a call, and we'll meet them here.
Good to know. I'm going to remember that.
My name is Brian. I'm a part owner of Timberlake Orchard here. So what we have here on the right side here, and on your left is 4.5 rows of the B51s. They will not be ready until about mid-October. They're a late growing apple. Very popular, very sweet, delicious. It's the apple was actually derived from the University of Minnesota. It's a cross between a Sweet Tango and a Honeycrisp. So a very small. They won't get extra large and jumbo, just nice size and very tasteful. So
Good.
So you know how to pick an apple?
Never done it before.
All right. Okay. So this is how you normally pick an apple. Let me find a nice, good. Okay. So when you pick apple, you grab with your palm, okay, and then you kind of pick it up as you're rolling, okay, and then the stem is there, and then you just cut the stem, okay, because that way then it's a clean cut and it's a clean pick, okay, and for some reason when we pick it the right way, somehow the tree knows it was picked right, it wasn't torn, and it's a good, I don't know how Eldon described it. It's mechanics of a tree that actually will grow another one next year.
This orchard, you can pick your own apples. They have cider apple donuts, which I've never tried, but they were really good. And you can just take apples home. They have a little storefront with different honeys and sweatshirts, mugs, all sorts of different local products. So it's really cool if you want to check it out. Thank you, Al, for the great tour.
I recommend everyone check out these nice family-owned orchards. I think it's safe to say that this fall was a great fall again, and a good weather, and everybody enjoyed it. We would like to thank everyone for watching, and thanks to Bank Midwest for being our co-sponsor. We'll see you in the next episode of Agri-Culture, the Martin County Way.
Get ready, for we're about to take a closer look at those making a difference in Martin County when we're talking business.
Hi, I'm Jeff, executive producer of Our Story Productions here on Martin County on TV, talking business. And we have a very special guest with us today.
My name is Jason Olsen.
Jason, welcome aboard. Jason, tell the folks where you're from.
I'm from Canna Culture here in Fairmont, Minnesota. Our address is 113 West Blue Earth Avenue.
So right kind of in the downtown area.
Yeah,
Very,
right down
very
here in the center of Fairmont. It's a great area. Lots of traffic, lots of customers. We appreciate the city taking us and letting us open up a business here.
That's awesome. And how long have you been there?
We've been open since October of 2023.
Awesome. I know a little bit what you do because I've checked out your store and I think it's a very cool building and cool product. Can you tell the folks a little bit about what you do?
Well, our store is geared towards home growers. We opened up and we want to provide all the necessary stuff for home growers to grow their own vegetables, their own cannabis, anything they really like, herbs. We carry everything to start from seed all the way to the finished product.
Awesome. And what's the history? How did you get into this business?
I've always been passionate about gardening. Since I was young, my mom had a garden. You know, getting your hands dirty as a little kid, it's fun, and then you see the benefits at the end of the season of all the fruits and vegetables. And along with that, I just really had a passion for the cannabis and how it can help provide benefits to the body. And just through that, I want everyone to be able to grow and have their own benefits that they can provide themselves versus having to go out and purchase it elsewhere.
Very good. And how large an area do you think you service?
Fairmont here and the local surrounding areas, probably within 100 miles.
Oh, awesome. Oh, great. Do you feel that you will grow and this will keep expanding?
I do believe so. We're just getting legalized here in Minnesota, so everyone is getting familiar with trying to grow, so we're giving the supplies, but this is a really fun hobby, and once people get started, they just want to expand. And so I believe, yes, I want to open up other areas or other stores and areas so other people who are farther away can also benefit from having a supply store close by.
And you live currently here in town, but what area are you from?
My wife and I, we're from Medelia, Minnesota.
Medelia, real close. You know, cannabis has, being an old guy, things have changed quite a bit in how it's recognized and how people think about it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the mindset around cannabis has drastically changed from when it was an illegal product, and now it has become something that people can use to help with their health benefits. It's just become more widespread that it can help people versus hinder as what once was thought.
That's incredible, and that's a big change from the 70s, I'll guarantee you.
Yes, definitely a lot has changed over the years, and for the good, for the better, I'd say.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about some of the different products you carry in this store.
So we carry everything from the beginning with a seed all the way up to the flower and the drying products. We carry tents, we carry lights, fans, soil, various genetic seeds. We carry products to help dry your product. We carry parts to check your water quality, check your pH of your water, everything you need to grow from a seed to finished product.
So if I understand correctly, whether it be cannabis or just gardening in general, you have the product that would help you be able to grow that product.
Yes, everything from a summer garden or to an indoor winter garden. We carry anything that is used for growing purposes.
Tell me about costs and cost benefits of going to your store.
So the benefits of coming to our store and learning to grow your own at home is very similar to going to the grocery store and having to buy produce and being able to grow it yourself. You can get more. It just costs less than going to the grocery store every week when you can grow your own.
So whether it be cannabis or vegetables and that sort of thing, is this a year-round thing that would benefit people that want to grow things in the winter for their garden even?
Definitely. With the right conditions, anything can be grown all year round indoors. That's why we have the lights, we have heaters, we have fans, everything needed to grow year round. Tomatoes never have to stop growing. Your cucumbers, your peppers, you can grow all year round.
Great.
You can always have a harvest coming and new plants growing, and it's a good cycle to have versus going to the grocery store.
Makes perfect sense to me. So share with us, if I want to start my own garden, for example, in my house in the wintertime, what does that involve, and is it expensive, and can I handle it?
You can definitely handle it. All the products needed to start an indoor garden or however growing you like, even herbs in a little pot. You just got to have some quality genetic seeds, a little bit of soil, good water, and great light. A couple 100 watts will grow tons of leafy greens, herbs. But yeah, anybody can get started for just $100 or less.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's something I'm going to have to get into. I love that idea.
It's a fun hobby. Once you get started, you don't want to turn back.
I'm sure of that. And to have fresh grown vegetables, or even if you get into the cannabis side, very, very unique and different hobby or interest that saves money.
Yep. It can save you money, and the best part is you know what's going into your products. When we buy from the grocery store, we don't know what pesticides were sprayed on. We don't know what chemicals were used to grow the plants. The best part about doing it at home is you can control your inputs and make sure you grow a natural vegetable or cannabis.
So how long does it take to grow from seed to plant?
Depending upon what seed you're growing, of course, but leafy greens can be grown in the matter of weeks. You can make bean sprouts in the matter of days. But if you want to grow the larger vegetables, the cucumbers, the peppers, the tomatoes, those are going to take, 5-6 months to fully ripen and mature and bring you a harvest.
And how much room would you recommend for, well, it depends how many plants you have, I'm sure. But you can have a little area like this or a room.
Correct. Depending upon how big you want your plants to grow, a bigger root mass, a bigger soil mass will grow a bigger plant above. When you're growing outdoors, the soil is unlimited. But of course, everybody that wants to grow during the winter has to grow inside. So if you only have a few feet of space, you can have 2 or 3 large pots. If you have a whole bedroom, you could have 3x3 beds and have a few of those and have a full garden in just a bedroom.
You mentioned about using lights with this. Is it beneficial to be by a window, obviously, or is that even a concern or a desire?
You can grow, like, say, little sprouts in a window. The problem with that is it doesn't have enough energy or power to grow a large plant. Yes, you can put anything by the window. If you pay attention and see, sometimes they lean towards the window because they're going towards what little light they have. The benefit of growing indoors with larger lights, more power consumption, more heat, which grows large plants. So just like outdoors, once springtime comes, it starts warming up, the soil warms up, more brightness, more heat, and plants just start to thrive.
It appears like you may have brought a friend with you. Is that true?
Yes, I brought here one of our best-selling soils, Bioflower by Bio365. And the beautiful part about this soil is it was created to grow vegetables in space.
Really?
Yeah. So this soil has enough nutrients in it to go a full 8 weeks and grow your herbs, your vegetables, before it even needs fertilized. So all it needs is just quality water, and you can grow anything.
So how is this different from what you see like in the stores?
So the difference between this and what is in the stores is the amount of nutrients that it contains.
Sure.
They're all bioavailable, ready for the plant to consume and grow strong and healthy.
So beyond that product, what other kind of things can people expect to find when they come in the shop?
We carry nutrients by Advanced. We carry soils from Bio365. We carry Fox Farm soils, Fox Farm nutrients. We carry Canna pH meters and ppm meters.
And you mentioned the lights, that you carry the light.
We carry Kind LED lights. We carry Gorilla tents. We carry AC Infinity products.
A nice variety. That's awesome.
Yeah, we carry a little something from all the quality vendors, and there's something for everybody at our store.
Well, I want to thank you for coming, joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome everybody to check out the store. It's very cool and very, very well put together, by the way. When I was in there, I was very impressed. Thank you for watching, and this has been Jeff with Martin County on TV's Talking Business.